What's going on, everybody? My name is Daniel Richardson, and I'm WCPW Review Guy. And I am to the WCPW what James Ellsworth is to SmackDown. You know, kind of entertaining at first, and you kind of get a chuckle out of it, but after a while, you're just like, wow, this guy's still here, huh? And anyways, this is the unofficial WCPW Top 10 and the Reloaded Episode 7. I'm going to say 7. Is it 7? You don't even know. What the hell have you guys back here for? Episode 7. So, review. So, let's jump into that real quick, because there's only one match. The match was Doug Williams going up against Prince Amin. Got some Prince Amin chants. I'm digging it. I love that. He's going to break our heart, guys. He's going to break our heart. But until then, let's enjoy the ride. And, yeah, they square off. Decent match. Kind of a slow-paced, old-school wrestling feel to it. But, decent stuff. Doug Williams wins. Slams Amin's shoulder right into the post and then throws on like an armbar, and that's it. Tapped instantly. Like, literally tapped out before the bar was even applied. He's like, this is going to hurt. I quit. Which, I'm not like, you know, as I'm looking like, you know, the fanboy inside me was just like, go Prince Amin. But it's like, Williams has to win. He's got something. There's something going on with him and Travis Banks. And that storyline needs to progress. Amin winning didn't really matter one way or another. I would have liked to have seen it just as, like I said, a fan, but overall, I'm okay with Doug Williams win. So Doug Williams took a win. I'm not gonna lie, his win-loss record is getting a lot better, and it's these reloaded matches that's really helping him out on that. So I don't know, we may see him crack the top 10 at some point on this show. I have to wait and see. But speaking of top 10, let's get to the actual ranking, shall we? Now, in all three divisions, there was some change, and I'll get to them as I get to each division. Let's start things off with the tag division. Los Perspectivas, their tag team run is over. Their 90 days has run out since they've competed last, so they are officially taken off the top 5, because we're in top 5 tag teams now. Here's the thing, their replacement, I'm gonna probably get a lot of shit on this entire list completely. Like, for all three of them, I'm probably gonna get, you know, this comments like, well, why the? So I'm gonna try to address those right off, you know, as I do each of them. That way I can try to at least, you know, lessen some of those comments. So at least the comments can just read, you suck, instead of like, hey, you suck because of this. They'll already know because of this now, so they can just throw you suck instead. So I took, you know, Los Perspectiva out. And then, you gotta remember, guys, there's no tag division anymore. Like, there really isn't. You know, there's really only 4 sort of teams that compete. And the other 2 people on the list, or other 2 tag teams on the list, like, one was a one-off and the other one was probably a one-off too. They were just a jobber squad that appeared on episode Reloaded just to get squashed by Primate. So I took the one that was just kind of ranked higher on my list. I know already before you guys say anything that yes, it was a one-off deal, and they'll probably never tag team again. However, at number 5, new to the list this week, El Ligero and Alberto El Patron. They're still teaming, right? Where's their tag title match? So yeah, there you go. They're on there. Number 4 for a 3rd week in a row, Amin and Kid. Number 3, 3rd week in a row. Try to get these guys to Orlando, shall we? Prospect. At number 2, also 3rd week in a row. Seeing a trend here. The Swords of Essex. Of course, they lost the shot at the tag titles this past week, so it didn't help them much. But since there ain't really much competition elsewhere, they didn't fall either. So, and that means at number 1 for an astounding 2 months straight, Slater and Moss, the WCPW Tag Team Champions. And once again, they picked up a big win over the Swords of Essex, defending the titles. So, yeah, number 1 tag team. So, congratulations, guys. Moving on to the women's division. So, last week, I did this, and I remember, I think before the beginning of the year, I even said that I thought, you know, there were some rumblings that Kimberly was going to NXT, but I didn't know for sure. So, last week, I did my top 5. And I believe it's Kid Maddox hit me up, and he was like, hey, you do know she is in NXT. Because that's the only company, not necessarily NXT, but, you know, the WWE umbrella, that, you know, once you see any of these people over there, then they're just off the list. Because they have that, like, you can't compete in another company thing. Like, TNA's okay, Ring of Honor's okay, Japan, whatever, it's all fine. But, like, WWE is just pricks, so they're like, nope, not gonna happen. So once they do make that jump over, like when they first debut or whatever, they're off the list. Like I'm just like, all right, you're gone. And sure enough, I checked it out. I looked into it. I hit up her Twitter account and her Instagram account. And yeah, she's in NXT right now. She's at the Performance Center doing so. I'm not sure if she made her TV debut, but this is good enough. So I went ahead and took Kimberly out of the top 5. So you got a little bit of change there. Now the thing is, even though Tessa Blanchard is being more featured prominently right now, thing is, she was the most recent of these females. Like, she's at the very bottom of the list, and she doesn't have a win yet. So I didn't put her in the top 5. So just getting out of the way right now, when everybody's like, well, where's she at? Well, she hasn't won a match, so who knows? She may get one at True Destiny, and if she gets a win, then she'll easily bump up. It don't take much to get on these top 5s because there ain't much competition. But until then, I'm sorry, she didn't make it. So with that said, top 5 from the women's division. At number 5, Lana Austin, making her debut on the list. No, that's not true. She was on the list earlier in the year, but she's back on the list now. At number 4, she was 5 last week. She bumped up a spot. Little Miss Roxy. At number 3, also bumping up a spot. She was 4 last week, 3 this week. Ivelisse. At number 2, for a second week in a row, she is the WCPW Women's Champion, Nixon Newell. And that means at number 1, for a second week in a row, the acting WCW Women's Champion. Like, is that accurate to say? No? Okay. Bea Priestley. Part of that huge mixed tag or intergender tag match main event on Loaded. Her and Will Ospreay go up against Ricochet and Tessa Blanchard, which was awesome. But yeah, number 1. She's sticking it in there right now. So, I don't know. She's sticking to it like chewing gum, if you will. What else I got? Come on. Anyways, so yeah, congratulations, Bea Priestley. So let's go to the top 10, and once again, we had some changes. Johnny Moss, who for the longest time has got in there pretty good. However, as a singles competitor, him and Liam Slater, even though he hasn't been in the top 10 for a long time, their 90 days have run out, and they're taken out of the singles list completely. However, I don't know who was expecting to come up, because there's a few others I thought would be a little bit more deserving, maybe, who's been wrestling more recent, along the lines of like a Doug Williams or even a Travis Banks, something like that. The one who came up, like after I did the formula and everything, it's not a bad number 10. It's just he's only wrestled twice, and then even now, like the 2 guys who's only wrestled twice, it was like it should have been the other. I would have wanted the other guy just because of the name prestige, I guess. We'll get to it right now. Let's quit beating around the bush. At number 10, Minoru Suzuki. I always butcher that name when I try to say it fast. He's making his debut, top 10. And once again, it's not a bad top 10, or number 10, but just the fact that he's only wrestled twice. I mean, he is undefeated. It's that Fat Ligero stigma, like, you know, when you just be undefeated, you can go pretty far. That's what helped him. The thing is, Kurt Angle has also only wrestled twice, and the only reason that Suzuki beat him was that first match he had with Joe Coffey. It was, what company is Suzuki from? You're no help. Noah, is that it? Either way, they made like, you know, a Noah Rules match because they had to have him do a pile driver, and you know, and so I gave him like an extra little point because I was like, well, it wasn't just a straight up singles match, it was a Noah Rules match, and that was enough to edge out Kurt Angle. So number 10, Minoru Suzuki. Post your hate shit. Just post it all down there. He's gonna be there for a little bit. I mean, at least until another month. I'm sure. I think his 9 days would be coming up next month, so maybe he won't last as long as we're thinking. But either way, Suzuki, number 10. At number 9, up a spot. It's Rampage. At number 8 for a second week in a row, Martin Kirby, our general manager. Number 7, he's actually down a spot from last week. He is the WCPW Internet Champion, Cody Rhodes. At number 6, down 2 spots, and he's the WCPW Champion, Drew Galloway. At number 5, probably climbed the highest here on this week. He's up from number 9, went up 4 spots, Will Ospreay. Once again, huge main event win this past week. Definitely helped propel him up there. So, at number 4, down a spot from last week, Primate. At number 3, down a spot. And I thought this guy was going to be 2 for a long time because it just seemed like he was destined to be. However, he's been dethroned. But at number 3, El Ligero. At number 2, he's up from 5 last week. He's climbing back up. Not only is he climbing back up on TV, but he's climbing back up on this list. Joe Coffey. Joe Coffey. Big win over Drake last week. He's on a win streak right now, so it's helping him out, and it's reflecting that in the top 10. And number 1 for a 3rd week in a row, Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry. So, yeah, there you have it. Quick congrats to Slater and Moss, B. Priestley, and Joe Hendry for being the tops in your respective divisions. So, there you guys have it. Do you guys agree with the list? Do you disagree? Either way, drop the comments down below. And guys, as always, share and subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night, actually, Loaded on the What Culture Wrestling channel. 8 o'clock British Standard Time. So if you're a Yank like me, it's 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. 3 p.m. I guess I should specify p.m. Like, you didn't think it was going to be a.m., did you? Anyways, and then, of course, my review will be the next day, so not bad. And then, yeah, so that's that. Of course, don't forget to give this video that thumb and love. Of course, my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff is down below. Check them out. Give them a follow. And, yeah, that's all I got. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. That's all I got. Until next time.